everyone, welcome to my channel. So guys, today is makeover day. We're gonna see how I can go from this to this within a few minutes using Dermablend Professional Cosmetic. I'm pretty sure you guys have already heard of Dermablend's Flawless Creator Foundation Drops. You can mix them with anything, any type of lotion, sunscreen. I typically use them to mix them with other foundations, but I'll talk about that a little bit more in the video. My hardest thing, as usual, was color matching. So the first one that you guys are going to see me swatch is 72N, and the second one is 70W. So 72 neutral, which is what the N stands for, and the W stands for warm. Neutral is my undertone, but it was a little dark for my face, which is fine because my body is darker, and I typically like to go for a little bit of a darker foundation and just lighten it up with the highlight. Guys, excuse my brush, okay? My brush is clean. I've had that brush for years, so it's just instilled in it. Anyway, I started to brush out the 70W because it seemed like it just worked for my skin, the color better, but the one that I've been wearing all week was 72N. But I was looking and I was like, maybe for tutorial purposes I'll try out two different colors. So I started just spreading it out all over my skin, and I thought to myself, maybe I can just use the darker one as a contour. But the more that I used it, I just was not feeling it on my face. I started to feel like a little Oompa Loompa. I was like, you know what? Nah, this just isn't my color. Let's try something else for me. So I took everything off, started from square one, and I did the 72N. And that's okay, guys. Sometimes it's just what you have to do to find your perfect foundation shade. It doesn't always work out. So as usual, I just started spreading it on, and guys, this foundation is full coverage. It is so full coverage, it'll cover bumps, lumps, discolorations, all with one swipe. One layer, I guess you would call it, but the second layer is what really goes in, and it is so lightweight. This is one of the most lightweight foundations I have ever used in my life, and it smells nice. It has a very light scent. So yeah, I'm going in with this, and at first I was thinking to myself like, ooh, this is like way too dark, but that's okay. I'm gonna work with this, and I'm gonna make this definitely work because I do like it. So I do a little like patting motion the first time I go in with a brush. Then after that, like when I'm doing my concealer and everything, I go in with a sponge. So for my second layer, I don't do a full second layer on my face. I just kind of, you know, dab on the places that need a little bit of extra help. And that's typically around my mouth area, under my eyes. I guess it's kind of under my eyes. I don't know. I just do it just in case. And then just like little blemishes on the side, I just kind of just pat it in and then stroke. I'm the only person that just loves white grape juice. I feel like it's extremely sweet, but I just love it. So the concealer that I chose to use was a Marc Jacobs one. It's not my favorite concealer, but it was pretty light, and I knew I was going to need to lighten this foundation up. But I was using my fingers because I like to use the heat, but I really needed to go in with a sponge. So I ended up going in with a sponge, and I went a little bit lighter, and I used Makeup Revolutions. I'll name everything in the description bar of what I'm using. So I just use a damp Real Techniques blender, and I just do patting motions. I like mine really, really blended. The foundation, because it's a drop, they automatically mix. So everything's just mixing in really well because this foundation, it's meant to mix with anything. You can mix it with your favorite sunscreen, with your favorite foundation if you just want to thicken it to get better coverage. You can add it to your lotion. It's really like the possibilities are endless with this. So I don't know about you guys, but after I do my foundation, I like to do my eyebrows. I like for my foundation to kind of just like sit a little bit. This is actually pretty long for me. I usually don't do this much stuff. Unless I'm going to work, then yeah, I do all this. But yeah, I'm just filling in my eyebrows. Really, there's nothing special. I don't have like a special technique or anything. I just fill them out, and I kind of go along the way that I arch them. And then I brush it out so that the makeup can spread. I'll use eyeliner, and I typically go under my eyes. I don't go all the way into the corner because I have kind of like small slanted eyes, and I don't want my eyes to look really small. And that's a little trick for you guys. Don't go all the way in. So I'm using a powder under my eyes just to set everything. This has been I really like using a sponge with this foundation. If you guys look and see my other reviews, like I usually don't use a sponge, but I really enjoyed using it with this one. I like how I kind of soaked things up and made everything look a little bit more natural. I'm going in with a contour. That, again, that's something I typically don't do, but you know, for tutorial purposes, I'll show you guys how it works. I mean, it's gonna work with this anyway because it basically works with anything, but nothing wrong with a little contour in the summertime. And I also don't really know what I'm doing. You guys should see whenever I do the nose one, like, I really didn't know what I was doing. So yeah, I just pat that in. I do, it looks like I'm just beating my face, and I'm not. There's subtle pats around the face that I like to do. I like everything to be pretty seamless when it comes to foundation. I don't like there to be like a real specific spot where you can just see everything. I really like it to blend. I don't like it to look super obvious, so the patting motions, just patting it in however long it takes. If I need to go wet it again, believe me, I will do it because I like it all to just blend in. Okay, so the sun is a little bit different. My card ran out, so it's a little bit more light. But yeah, I decided to just put some eyeshadow on. My makeup brush already has like a dark plum in it, so that's why it's coming off so dark. Yeah, I just found a little red one, a little reddish orange color, and I was just gonna put that on my lid. I'm not going for anything fall. This is just a typical makeup look for me. But I'm just more focused on the foundation for the most part, and just kind of just trying to blend that out a little bit more so that it's not like a super definite line. Nothing special on the eyelids. Now when it came to my lip, I wasn't really sure. I always do a red lip. This one is my favorite. Like I said, I'll link everything in the description bar, guys. I just love this. It's a very like blood red, and it's so easy to work with. Love the formula. It's pretty difficult because I was using the viewfinder and like a tiny mirror to do my makeup with, so guys, excuse the makeup, that's not what we're really worried about. But anyway, yeah, so this basically completes my look, guys. Don't forget to check out Dermablend Professional Cosmetics. This was the Creator Drop Foundation. It's lightweight, it's full coverage, and it's just a really great foundation for any time of the year. And then I knew once I went into the Ulta store what exactly I was looking for. I made sure they had it online before I went inside, and you can even call to make sure they have that specific foundation. I went on YouTube and I looked at other girls who had the same other foundation colors as me, and then for undertone, then the actual foundation that I'm looking for. Well, anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a good night. Once again, everything's going to be in the description bar. Hope you like my makeup. Talk to you later. Bye.